everybody. It's your girl, Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually podcast. I am welcomed tonight by my Bravo Bestie. What's up, Joey?
Hello.
Hello. So, really quick, everyone, if you are new here, welcome. Over here, we do reality TV recaps, and we pretty much are very Bravo centric. So, if you are Bravo peeps, you have found your home. And occasionally we get into some pop culture. I can't talk today as well. So if that's your thing, then do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. And don't just stop there. Share with a friend and make sure you hit the notification bell. Because with all these great shows, we kind of have to move the schedule around so we can cover them. So you got to hit that notification bell. And do us a favor and like this video. Because that helps push us out there so we're out there in the algorithm. But first, before we get into it real quick, I got to give a quick shout out. This weekend, my only daughter, my firstborn, was married to the love of her life. So, yes. You guys have seen Bria on here. She's been on to do recaps with me and do pop culture segments. Pretty heavy in the early part of Alleged Actually. Not so much now. She's doing life and she's expecting twin boys. And so she's a little busy right now.
God bless.
Right. So I just want to send a heartfelt congrats to my baby girl and her new husband, Mr. and Mrs. Hines. Congrats and wishing you all the best on your new union. And my beautiful grandsons, I can't wait to meet them. Unloading around mid-June, we suspect. So, yeah. All right. And also, quick shout out to my own husband because we celebrated 8 years of wedded bliss yesterday as well. Love is in the air, y'all. Just saying. So, yeah, shout out to my husband. He is a good man to put up with me for 8 years. Well, actually, 11 total at 8 years married. He's a good man. So, shout out to my husband, Ryan. Thanks, babe. All right, Joey. I got to know. All the buzz right now. There's, lots of things going on show-wise. But we finally got Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Oh, my God.
What are your thoughts?
Let me tell you, it was worth the wait. My sentiment is highly echoed on social media, but it's the first time in a long time that I personally felt like Andy Cohen didn't overhype something. You know, how everything's the best ever, blah blah. And when he hyped this, everybody was normal. Oh yeah, make a big deal. So we all watch this. It's gonna be crap. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
I'm from Connecticut. They're right next door. When they announced Rhode Island, I remember me and all my friends though were that's so weird. This little beach state. What are they really gonna bring? Blah blah. We've been to Rhode Island a million times. Anyway. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know where they found this group of women.
I know.
But they all have skeletons in their closet. They all have stories. They're all interesting. And what I thought was so funny is all the promos, the pictures, how everyone's it's 8 Doloreses. How are we going to tell anyone apart? And I was I know. I don't know who anyone is. But the minute I watched the first episode, I felt they didn't look alike at all to me. And I knew exactly who everybody was. They're very, very different when you watch. So, and you know that it's a good TV show. I'm that old man on the inside where I'm sitting down on the couch and I'm playing my games on my phone while the TV's on. And my boyfriend, I looked over, he's you're not on your phone. Are you okay? I could not look away.
I know. I felt the same way. Yeah, I'd seen some of it at BravoCon, so I knew it was going to be good. But it was nothing actually watching, because that's been in October, y'all. It's been out of my mind, because you're right, Joey. It wasn't a lot of super hype. I was anticipating, because I always love a new Housewife franchises because they don't come very often. Man, I was like you. I will say this, and I don't know, and I'm going to run down the ladies' names, and we can talk about them, whatever. But I don't. Well, everybody thinks Liz looks like Dolores, and she does. To me,
same plastic surgeon, same dentist. So
clearly, because early pictures of her, she's not looked like that. So when they did the lips and the teeth, it's just something. Y'all want to look like Dolores Catania? Go ahead and find out who that plastic surgeon.
Dolores Catania, beautiful. So I mean, girl,
Gorgeous.
get after it.
Not mad at her, no. And she's 56, they said. So I was like, okay, all right. But I gotta ask you this, Joey, because you may not see it, may just be me. So when I see Jo Ellen, who I am really fascinated with,
Yes, same.
I see a little bit of Teresa / Bryn Whitfield. Am I crazy?
So that's so funny. So I literally commented on someone's TikTok today. They were talking about who does Jo Ellen remind me of? And I literally said, she's a cross. I felt she's like a cross between Topanga from Boy Meets World and Bryn Whitfield from New York. That was my exact comment.
It's something about right here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the big like lips, like the big teeth, like the big smile. Jo Ellen, I think they're trying to like, I mean, we're gonna get into it, but I feel like they're trying to paint her already as like the antagonist and like the villain and blah blah. I'm like loving her so far.
I love her. I just love how she just don't play. I mean, she can be nice. She can certainly play nice, but she said, and we'll get to it, you don't come for her stuff. She don't play.
Yep, I'm here for it.
I'm totally here for it. What else I thought was cool, because I watched The Bachelor, but I could not place Ashley at first. I was like, I know this girl. Then I see her husband, Jared, and I'm like, wait a minute. So, y'all, the only one out of the cast that's not originally from Rhode Island is Ashley Ian Canetti, who is married to Jared. She was on The Bachelor, and they actually met on Bachelors in Paradise. And I remember that because I was so rooting for them. And, after you get off the hype, I forget, that, and I'm like, oh, they are still together and they have these babies and so sweet.
Yeah.
I like her.
And let me tell you, he's a looker.
Oh, always has been. So cute. Oh, so cute. Yeah, totally cute. All right, y'all. And then we have Kelsey Swanson, who I am Joey.
Honestly, get her like her own show. I am so fascinated. I'm fascinated by like everything, right? So like, Kelsey's our one that's in, like the polyamorous relationship and like has this boyfriend she met at like 19, like now she's like turning 30, and half the year he's in Miami with like his like other girlfriend, but she lives in this 16,000 square foot mansion with like a live-in. I mean, she called her cleaning lady, but she was like serving them like lunch, like answering like the door. She's doing more than cleaning.
Yeah.
And she's like in like her, I'm turning 30. Is this like what I want? Girl, yes it is. Let me tell you right now, if you mess this up, I mean, she's living my dream. What you mean you have not worked in a decade? You are a lady of leisure. You have all the money in the world in this gigantic mansion. Do whatever you want. Annie out of your hair 6 months of the year?
Yes.
Girl, sign me up. Where do I sign up?
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, girlfriend, ain't no way. I would go kicking and screaming. Listen. And clearly, if he's gone 6 months out of the year, I mean, you got your free time. You got your me time, as you say. And so, ma'am, that's not what we do. We don't walk away from that. Okay?
No. If anything, I hope that she's like setting aside some like cash in case she like aged out or something. But girl, stay as long as you possibly can. Are you crazy? Don't walk away from that.
Absolutely. Never that. We talked about Liz McGraw. She is the oldest one out of the cast. Friends with Dolores from years ago, which I guess, that's how Dolores comes into the play when they have the 4th of July party. Interesting story there. She finds out her and her husband are distantly related, distant cousins. I know.
Yeah, we need more info on that. That was like a blip, and you can't blip something like that.
I know it was a blip, but she fascinates me too. She lives in this like castle like home.
That house. Finally, we're getting some opulence back on the Housewives.
That's it, Joey. Because even though overwhelmingly I have seen a lot of people say, yes, Bravo, this is it. This is right. I've seen others saying, you know what? I can't watch. These women are killing my brain cells and all. I'm thinking, listen, then you're not really into Housewives, okay?
Right.
What do we watch for? The opulence, the wealth. Got it? Check. The drama. Check. Interesting women that actually really know each other and don't have these contrived friendships. Check. So, I mean, what is not to like?
Right. I'm sorry. Like, so far, Liz is by far like my favorite one on like the show. It's about her, Kelsey and Joellen. I'm just like really here
Yeah,
for.
that's me.
I will say, Liz is fascinating. The queen of marijuana, her and her husband.
Yeah.
I mean, the king and queen of marijuana in Rhode Island. God bless them. But like, that's the money I want to see. That's what I'm talking about. Her taking her like little boat to like meet her friend for like lunch. Like, get out of here.
I know. I mean, and
Dressed
her
as
and
like
those
in this like gothic combat outfit. Like, yes, that's what we're here for.
so badass. And that Prada bucket hat was everything, y'all.
She brought back the Prada bucket hat, and no one flinched an eye.
I am so here for it. Listen.
I know. Although, did you see what's already circulating about her online?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna go ahead and use our favorite word, alleged, because
yes,
who knows? But I mean, the person on TikTok, the video that I saw, I mean, he brought like receipts from the internet. That she's currently part again here, you know, Bravo will never clear their name when it comes that they are FBI informants. They will just never clear like their name that they're hiring people on purpose to help the FBI out. But
expose them.
I mean, this woman's been on TV for all of 3 minutes, and it's an ongoing investigation. So long story short, not to like ruin anything, so I'm sure we'll probably get to it, but at the end of episode 2, they're at this like luncheon, everyone's asking questions to each other, trying to be open and honest, whatever. So someone asked her if she's having an affair. She was like, no. And she's like, you know, me and this guy that I grew up with, Dino, we're like super close. It's an unconventional relationship. No one like understands it. We spent a ton of time on like the phone, X, Y, and Z, whatever. So this person on TikTok brought receipts that Dino's currently under a state investigation by the Rhode Island State Police. And the allegation is that Liz is like kind of like bankrolling this like big like cocaine distribution ring. And she's like the money behind him.
Oh,
and think about like within like 30 days they had like over 400 phone calls, and again, she's not a big texter, only 7 text messages. But like I'm like, and I thought to myself, like, this poor woman's been on TV for literally 5 minutes, and like already people digging the allegations coming out. And I'm like, I hope this isn't true. I mean, they just, like I said, bring like receipts from like the internet, like the government like, website. But like, if you're doing illegal stuff, stop signing up for reality TV shows.
I wish they would. I know. I don't understand it. I mean, girl, go live in your castle in obscurity. I mean.
And again, it makes you think, though, right? Like, Bravo must be like background checking these people before like they hire them. But again, they're probably like, oh, this is going to be like ratings. I mean, who knows? I could not believe how fast that already hit like social media.
Crazy. But you know what? That is part of, you know, the whole Bravo universe. You got to have at least 1 or 2 felons. I mean,
you know what? And she's still my favorite. I don't care.
Same. One other thing I will say about Liz, because I am such a like laser focus on like people watching. Some of her mannerisms, her movement give me erratic. Like, I'm wondering, are you dabbling in something?
I don't know about erratic. I just thought that like in every confessional though, I'm like, oh, she's definitely the queen of weed because she high as hell.
Okay, so maybe that's just it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that she's just like high as hell in like every confessional, and like, girl, good on you. You know, way to have fun while you're doing the show.
Absolutely. So then we have Rosie DeMar, who is I guess she's like a reporter. Not loving her, like her. She's okay for the show, not loving.
I'm on the fence about her. I don't know. Mm-hmm. She hasn't done anything to like piss me off, but she hasn't done anything to like win me over either.
No, like I'm not like in her scenes. It's just like, oh, okay. I'm not overly invested in her. She's a little messy, but same with Alicia. I mean, it started off great with the first scene that we'll get to with her cute little girl who acts just like her and her husband, Billy, and all of that. The aunts were hilarious when they came to visit.
Hilarious.
Oh my God. So funny.
I think Alicia's going to be like the comic like relief of like the season.
She's like the airhead. Yeah. Like I could see that. So I'm still on the fence with Rosie. Joellen is it. Everything, y'all. Listen.
She was born to be a housewife. Move on over, everyone.
Absolutely. Love, love, love. Joellen is everything. And then, y'all, we don't get a chance to meet RHOA until episode 2, but we do meet her in episode 2. They're going to be good for the storylines. I don't know how much she gives as far as presence on this, like on the TV. Like when it's her time, it's like, we don't. Another one that's going to like defend a cheating lying husband.
Yeah. And like she said on Watch What Happens Live, she was one of the ones to raise her hand. Like she's like a longtime Housewives fan. And I thought to myself, so then you know how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you know your husband already had a cheating scandal. And then you signed up for like the show. I don't know. I mean, and again, like she doesn't do anything for me. She seems like a little dry.
I agree.
But again, like, I mean, these women though, they all have some sort of skeletons like their closet. Clearly, it's crazy.
They do. And you know, it's got me glued to the TV. To do like a little recap, we're gonna go because we've already got 2 episodes, which was great. And looks like episode 3 is not going to disappoint either.
Ain't that right?
Yeah. So what episode 1 was really like our basic introduction to all the ladies, other than Rula. And I would say, Joey, we find out, you know, their background. So, all right, we'll start off with, you know, Alicia. There was not a whole lot there. Like it's a comic relief.
Rhode Island native. She's going to be at the comic like relief, like for sure. She's been engaged for 9 years, and we're not getting married, which is really a gigantic walking red flag.
Huge, but neither one of them seemed to be, her nor her husband Billy didn't seem to be moved by it. The aunts brought it up because in the first scene when the aunts come to visit, they complain that she's so far away, and they're in the car coming all together, and they're like, oh God, one of the sisters speak to the other, we could have been to your house 4 different times in this time frame. And we find out, y'all, they're literally only 15 minutes away.
That's because that's a quarter of Rhode Island.
It's just like, okay, yes. Also, Joey, let me just add this. Don't you feel like it's giving old school New Jersey a little bit, with a little more?
Yeah. So I was actually, as someone that's been to Rhode Island, like I said, like a million times. I mean, I have friends that have beach homes there. I mean, we used to party in Providence all the time. It's like literally a hop, skip, and like a jump from us. Never once when I'm there do I feel like I'm in like New Jersey. Like I have never been there and heard like that thick Jersey accent that we were getting. Like I was actually kind of like, what's happening here? But they're really giving Jersey. They really are. The early Jersey, because they're very unedited.
Very unedited. And it is given a lot of New Jersey, old school New Jersey. And, you know, accents range between New Jersey accents and a little to me like Boston. That's the whole New England thing. But I'm just like, this is okay. And that's some of the things that I heard in the comments that people were annoyed with. But I'm like, then why are you watching? I mean.
Yeah. And what's so funny about Alicia is Alicia self-admittedly, so when they asked about Watch What Happens Live, who's going to watch the whole season? And Alicia was the only one that said that she's not going to watch. And Andy was like, why? And she was like, I can't because I am very self-conscious about my accent. I hate it. She's like, and if I watch myself, I'm going to next season be mute. So I'm not going to watch.
I understand that.
Like,
I get that.
Kind of like sad, but I also want to talk about how she like nonchalantly brings up that she once ran over a woman.
A woman, I know.
She talked about she's a really bad driver. She almost drove off a bridge, ran over a woman. All this, girl, what?
I know the producer's like, you almost ran over a woman, and she was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost ran over a woman. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So there's that. Then in scene 2, we just kind of go, Liz, she meets up with Kelsey. Well, first they introduce Liz and they show her castle home because the lead is Alicia has known Liz her whole life. One of the aunts bring up Liz and then they shoot us over to Liz's castle style home. I mean,
it looks like a resort.
Yes, it does. It does, y'all. It is like, oh, okay. It's giving the marijuana business is very lucrative, or
Alive and well over an island.
alive
Apparently.
and well. Okay. But then yes, her and Kelsey meet up. Their relationship, they're pretty tight.
Yeah, which again is like crazy to me because not that you can't be friends with someone with like an age difference, but it was that Liz grew up or knows Kelsey's boyfriend, who's much older than her.
Yes. Yes.
Because Liz is in her like mid to like late 50s, and Kelsey's
56.
Kelsey's 30? Like 30 or 31. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, huge age gap, but nonetheless, they have bonded. And this is when Kelsey talks about how she is starting to not necessarily love her situation, which at the lunch she says, look, I get to have my me time. You know, he's gone 6 months out of the year, whatever, but she's not as happy about it as I guess as she once was, because she wants more commitment. But I'm like you, Joey. Listen, we can so make this work. Now, maybe something like we get some little paperwork going saying, hey, you can't just kick me out. You know, let's work this out. Like, if you know what I mean? But I would just make myself satisfied.
But like, and I'm assuming like every state has different standards, but like common law marriage, I mean, it's been a decade. So like, I feel like, I mean, like my sister was able to put like my brother-in-law on her insurance before they were ever married because it was common law. They lived together for however many like years. I think it was like 7 or something. So I mean, like, girl, like you have rights. Being
in Rhode Island, you can't do that in North Carolina. Not in the Bible Belt. You got to make it legal. However,
not in Connecticut.
Listen, but I would certainly look at. I mean, 10 years, and you put up with it, and look at girl. I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't be so quick to throw that away.
No, honey. Mm-mm. Then we get to meet Jo Ellen and her husband, Gary, and we find out Jo Ellen took him from her sister. He started off dating her sister. She was just like, wanted him. And so, you know, I mean, eventually she got him. And
you can't make this up. Where do they find these people?
I know. And I'm so interested to know, is her sister cool? I mean, like, it was high school, but
still
grimy. Ew.
Grimy.
My sister said not ever.
Grimy.
Very.
Yeah, I love her.
I do too. And she kind of lets us know, like, she's the one you don't want to mess with. But she feels a little misunderstood. But
yep.
And then we get to Rosie, who calls herself a lifestyle host. Did you not think it was so funny? I cannot remember who said it. It might have been, was it Kelsey that said, I mean, her like segment got like 218 views.
No, that was Jo Ellen Shady.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then she goes, oh, I just watched it, so I gave her another one.
Yeah, another view. So, yes, she calls herself Nosy Rosie, which she lives up to that name. And she has beef with Jo Ellen, and we see that. And the first time we see it is at the beach picnic. Joy, I'm gonna push that over to you. What did you think about the the beach picnic? The never have I ever?
Yeah, I mean, again, like they're being very open. So we have what? We have Alicia, Rosie, Jo Ellen, and Ashley.
Yep.
And mind you, Ashley's just getting to like kind of like know these women, and she feels like the outsider. And again, like I didn't realize this, but I guess people from like Rhode Island are very proud, and if you're like not born there, they're kind of weirded out by you. I mean, I've never felt that or experienced that, but yeah. So anyway, I thought the whole thing was kind of weird. I thought the whole segment was like weird, but I love that Jo Ellen like so fiercely defended her friend Kelsey. I love that. I respect that. As a friend, I want you to talk shit to my face, defend me when I'm not there. And that's exactly the type of person that Jo Ellen is, which is why I feel like I'm gonna like love her or continue on.
Yeah.
The Never Have I Ever was, I don't know, kind of like elementary or whatever, but I mean, it was a cute segment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that moment though was when I fell in love with Joellen. I was like, you know what? She's fiery. I'm gonna like
Me
her.
too. Me too. I agree. I concur. After that, we see Ashley and Jared. This was sad. So it was funny but sad at the same time.
It was everything,
God. So Jared has got this coffee shop called Audrey's. And God, I could never, that's why I would never want to get in like restaurant or food industry. It is so hard. You have to work yourself to death. I mean, so he works like a gazillion hours trying to get this business off the ground. And part of her issue is, they don't spend any time together. He's stressed out about the business, but she goes in to talk to him to kind of like, talk to him about her meetup with the ladies at the picnic. And I mean, the whole time he's like, oh, babe, yeah, okay, you got your order up. I mean, he's just
girl. He's trying to make money and make his coffee shop work. Get out his face. He busy. He working.
I know. And y'all, this is like, that's how I just focused. But did you see her taking her nails off at the table?
Sure did.
Girlfriend, I was like, now if I'd have been there to get my coffee, I'd have been pissed.
Also, like you said, you watched The Bachelor?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't, because all my coworkers that watched it though, they're like, oh, like you don't even know like the Ashley, like Lori, this is her. She cried like the whole time. So I'm like, it's been 2 episodes and this girl keeps crying. And they're like, oh no, that's what she does.
That's what she's known
for. She's gonna cry the whole season.
The entire season. That's what she's known for. That's what made it so funny. And that's why she got asked to do Bachelor in Paradise. She was a very emotional, very polarizing figure. And everybody was so glad that her and Jared hit it off because yes, she's emotional train wreck.
Yeah.
But so basically that's what that scene was really given. They're trying to get they have 2 kids together. She says like Audrey's like their 3rd child. And I mean, that's it. He could make money, and I believe this to be true. She makes her money with her brand deals, and Jared also could as well. But he wants to do something outside of social media. So he's trying to do this. I mean, I respect that.
And you know what? God bless, because I'll tell you right now, buckle up, Jared, because what this show's going to do for your coffee shop is unreal.
Now, that's a good state. That's also, great point, Joey. Great point.
Yeah, buckle up. If Ashley complained because you're not home a lot now, woo!
Maybe he can get some more
line
staff
out that door. Yeah.
I know. That'll be good for them. So, yeah. Good point, Joey. Then we get to the main event, y'all. The 4th of July party Joellen is hosting. 4th of July is a big deal in Rhode Island. I mean,
even though Joellen doesn't know why we celebrate 4th of July.
She's all like Christopher Columbus and I don't know.
Come over here and discuss. It has something to do with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
I can't, but I love her.
Love.
So at this point, they come together after the picnic drama. She's hosting, and Joellen is determined, like, listen, I'm going to be nice. I'm the hosting. She's going to be nice to Rosie. She doesn't, it's all right. So Liz arrives with Dolores, which I thought was cool. We got to see Dolores on there. She had a really nice setup, and the whole hot dog with the caviar. I mean, it sounded weird, but I kind of wanted to try it.
The first thing I thought of was like, where can I get me one of those?
Oh, I know. And she didn't have cheap wine, which is her beef also with Rosie.
But I love that she's self-admitted. She wouldn't call herself a wine connoisseur. She'd call herself a wine snob. She just goes for the more expensive bottle and hopes it's good.
Yes. Totally get it. So Kelsey at this point hears about the polygamy comment. But what was so crazy was they're like, yeah, but Joellen, basically started it. Did she get that in that scene? Maybe not.
Yes.
Yes.
Because when Kelsey and Rosie end up finally connecting, the first thing Rosie says is, I didn't start that conversation, Joellen did.
No.
That's an interesting twist on what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though Joellen might have casually brought up her friend Kelsey, she said nothing about her relationship. That was all on Rosie.
Totally all on Rosie. She just said that she had been, upset lately. She had been there for her. And she was like upset about what? About the polygamy? Doesn't she have like a man here and he has a girlfriend there, and she's got she totally did that. Totally. So at that point, Kelsey's left unsure who to believe. So now we're gonna go then into episode 2. They have, I guess they flip over. So was there anything else I missed up there? The picnic? I mean, that was the main stuff.
No, not really, because that was like the main focus. It was really a lot of getting to like know them, It was the premiere episode of like the whole franchise. So it was a lot of that.
And let me just say, that's how they got it right, where I'll say when we get to thoughts on our season 17 premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta, they could have give us a little more with the new Housewives, but I'll get to that later.
Yeah, I don't know who any of them are, but I'm hopefully you can help me out, because even though I will say, again, I know we'll talk about it, but I'm not mad about the Atlanta premiere.
No, I'm not mad either. No, they need this. They needed this. Trust me.
Yeah, they sure did.
It really did. So yeah, we'll get to that. So gotta watch this in, y'all. But episode 2, so we're over with Liz. So Liz has stepdaughters with her husband Billy. She doesn't have any biological kids of her own, but she's raised those girls from, helped raise them from young. And one of her stepdaughters is pregnant. And so they're at her husband's parents' house waiting for both her stepdaughter and the boyfriend. And it's really cute. The grandma's making all her favorites, and they're meeting him and his family, which I thought was pretty great.
I thought it was great. I think that Liz's relationship with her stepdaughters is like so beautiful. The way she speaks about them, the way that they like love on her. You can tell she was a great stepmom. The relationship is like incredible. I think it's like so, and this is what we like love, right? I love knowing about like these like people like in general, and like again, I still will never live. I want to know how they're like related, how far down like the line it goes, her and her husband. But regardless, the relationship, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is. It really is. So that was given warm-hearted. Turns out her stepdaughter's boyfriend wants a little girl. And Liz lets us know she will not be called no grandma, no grandma. She prefers Gigi. So I get it, but I'm going to stick with old school grandma. I just, for reasons that we talked about before, my grandma was my favorite person. I called her grandma. So hoping I can be that for my grandchildren. All right. So then we go over to Ashley and Joelle at the park with their kids. I thought that was cute. They have kids the same age.
I'm loving Joellen.
Right. And she extended that to her, saying, why don't we get the kids together again? Now she's established Rhode Island, very much part of that group. And yet, extending an opportunity to hang out and get to know Ashley. I thought it was great. And Ashley opens up to her about the stress of the coffee shop. She, does her whole emotional thing. And, Joellen is really there to listen and support her. She's overwhelmed with those kids and him not being there to help. And then she's saying, he's always seems to not smile. And, she's trying to do everything she can to make him happy, which I'm like, girlfriend, you just gotta, he has to make himself happy.
And again, if you are questioning this now, buckle up, because after that coffee shop on this show,
you're right.
He's going to need a lot of hands on deck.
Right. And she's going to have to, it's hard though when your kids are that small. She's probably overwhelmed, but when you're trying to start a business.
She has help like 30 something hours, like a week.
Right. So it's like, really? I didn't have that. You'll be okay. Trust me.
Yeah.
Then we get our introduction to RHOA. She has lunch with Liz and Kelsey. And they go straight in for it. The rumors about her husband cheating. Yeah.
I don't Well, it's not even rumors.
No, he was cheating. He admits it. They talk about, she denies that the affair is still ongoing. She acknowledges that, it was, I guess, like a year ago, it's supposed to have been over. Liz is like, no, honey, but it's not over. Like, she doubled down on it pretty hard.
She did.
She did, which makes me really nervous for RHOA, but
yeah.
If this woman was bold enough to post a picture on social media, then
right. And then here's what I don't like, and again, this comes up again later in the episode, but RHOA's disdain for Joellen, who was just the messenger. So Joellen saw the photo on social media or whatever, and then sent it to Liz and was like, oh my God, look at this picture, what do I do? And she was like, you should tell RHOA and whatever. So they connected. She sent RHOA all the pictures that she saw, and now RHOA's mad at Joellen. What? What? No.
Yeah.
No.
And we'll find out even how they even go further with it a little bit later in the
sure
episode.
Will.
But I was just like, that's why it's so stupid sometimes. You find yourself in these weird situations when you know something like that, and it's always risky. I don't know how close of friends they really were. I don't think they might have been, but they in the same friend group.
Yeah.
When you try to, be the girl's girl or the guy's guy, whatever, and say, hey, this is what I saw. I think you should know. It can always totally flip around on you. So sadly, but from there we go over to RHOA, and then we see her home life. She's at home with her husband and kids. He was not giving remorseful sorry to me.
No, and I was actually shocked at how young their kids are, because
she looks,
not to sound awful, but she looks a lot older than she is.
She definitely does. She does. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, you got to be up there with Liz, right? Surely.
That's what I thought.
Me too. So, yeah.
I was off by a decade.
Yeah, so there you have it. But it could be, when you're living in a stressful situation, that can't age you. Got nothing. They talk about her dealing with the affair and all of that. And the producer asked her if she's really forgiven him. And she basically says, I'm still working on that. And she admits she still keeps an eye on her husband. He says that she can track anywhere he goes, but no, I don't know.
You were also out in public with this girl and allowed her and taking pictures with her that she was posting online. So apparently you don't care if she's tracking you.
Exactly. My point. When somebody's that careless and doesn't care, that reckless, then they just don't care. And it's
and, you're pretty prominent in Rhode Island, apparently.
Right.
So people, and again, it's a very small state. So people know who you are, and you're out in public with someone that's not your wife.
You're a freaking doctor. You know what I mean? You have patients and many people that you interact with. That's craziness to me.
In the words of Alicia, he's rubbing more than just foots.
Sure was. And to RHOA's defense, they blacked out this woman's face, but from the look of her, didn't look like, I don't know. I'm sure that we will that'll be a lot of some of the storylines. So that will not be the last we hear of that. And I'm certain more will even come out. So, and it basically, like I said, he kind of downplays it. He was like, oh, that was last year. I'm done with that. But wasn't convincing to me at all. So, yeah. By the way, I haven't done checking with you guys. We'd like to hear your comments. Go ahead and slide in them comments. Let us know what you're thinking. Are you buying that RHOA's husband is done doing other than caring for feet?
This is what I mean, where Alicia's going to be the comic relief.
Yes.
She's already had some zingers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she already has. Like I said, I find her funny, and I think she'll serve her purpose. So her and Kelsey are at Kelsey's house, and she shares some personal stories and conversations shift to the group drama and the gossip that's been going on, which they're going to do the winery. So they have like thank God, a party bus type thing so that God forbid Alicia doesn't have to drive.
And they're gonna meet at Alicia's, so she doesn't have to drive anywhere.
She doesn't have to
can't
get
have her
in the
hitting
vehicle.
any more women.
Right? So everybody shows up, other than RHOA, who's supposed to join them actually later. So they go over to the vineyard, and in the on the ride over, it's just kind of like joking and shade. They pour up some champagne or whatever. But Kelsey warns Joellen that RHOA might show up, and Joellen is ready for her, y'all.
Yo, Joellen loses her mind for a quick second.
She does. And she's just like, look, if she comes here, she wants to bring it, we can do it. Because y'all, apparently, after Joellen, just like Joey said, she finds the picture, she gets the screen grab or whatever and asks Liz what to do. Liz is like, you should tell her. And she's the one that begged her for the pictures. And Joellen said, when I sent RHOA the pictures, I could hear an audible gasp. Like, your husband. And then from there, it somehow becomes Joellen's fault. And they contact her job, HR at her job, and tries to get her fired. Y'all.
Yeah. Talk about misdirected anger. First of all, obviously the husband's mad at Joellen, right? For bringing this up, whatever. But talk about so RHOA comes in, I feel like, and she seems like this strong, independent woman, but clearly you're not, because you're letting this man walk all over you, cheat on you. You can say you don't accept, you're working on accepting his apology, but you're still there a year later, whatever, And the thing is though, you own a financial firm, you make your own money, so it's not like you're with him because of your lifestyle,
right?
And then to allow him to, what I can only assume is manipulate you into going along with contacting Joellen's job, trying to go after her livelihood that affects her kids and her family, like Joellen says. You know what, Joellen? You want to go in fighting? I'll be right there with you, because I'm on your side, baby, all day long.
I agree. I completely agree. That is crazy to me.
Crazy.
And so, yeah. So Joellen is ready. Waiting anxiously for RHOA. They get back to the table. And RHOA cancels via FaceTime, saying that she's sick. She'd been in urgent care with a hat on and full glam.
Full glam.
That's what Liz was saying. Yeah.
In bed sick, full glam.
Yeah, full glam. Full glam. Yeah. All right. So here we go with one of the notes, I guess, that they took. That's a very Salt Lake City thing to do. Kelsey's like, since everybody has so many questions and there's rumor about all of us, let's do the rumor game. I was like, okay. Well, that's not just Salt Lake City. I've seen them do it on Atlanta. That's like a housewives thing. So they write down a question that they have for one of the ladies, and so they put it in their box and then have to read it. So this is when Rosie, she had a rumor about sleeping with a coach, having an affair with a coach. And it was some, I guess, basketball coach. She's a reporter. She denies her. She was like, I'm barely attracted to my husband. I would not be attracted to this older man, blah, blah, blah. So whatever. Joellen, the rumor about her and her husband being swingers. And we find out Rhode Island is a very heavy swinging community. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? So she's like, I'm not judging. She was like, but no, that's not what we do. Though we have had a threesome once. And I was like, okay. All right.
Yeah. Did you listen to her explanation on Watch What Happens Live about this by any chance?
I didn't see it. No.
Oh, so you have to watch it. He had the whole cast on. They were phenomenal. But he asked about the swinger rumor, and Joellen says that originally their neighbors across the street heard it first, and in the jest and teasings, they're close. They kept putting upside down pineapples or whatever on their lawn. Joellen and her husband's lawn, and they kept taking the pineapples and putting them back on their neighbor's lawn, and then the whole neighborhood was like, "Oh, they're definitely swingers."
Oh.
Good good story, but
I
the fact
mean,
that almost all these women have heard something about her being a swinger, and I mean, we have a lot going on. We got you people married to relatives and polyamorous relationships and all that. I mean, Joellen, come clean, honey, if it is, because
go
it's like
ahead.
the least shocking thing happening around your friend group.
Right. I agree. I completely agree. But yeah, she kind of had this like sly smile on her face anyway. So it's kind of like,
I don't know. I just can't get enough of her already.
I know. And then y'all, Kelsey addresses her relationship that she in fact does have her boyfriend that's she's with, whose house she lives in, but she also has another man too. And she's basically trying to figure it out because now that she's getting into her 30s, she wants to get married and all those things, and her current partner just doesn't seem to want to give her that. It's like, girl, he better be worth it. That's all I can say. But so, that gives Rosie then her like, we'll see. And then she's like, well, it's not polygamy, but it's polyamorous. It's whatever, girl. And then Ashley shares, well, no, what did she share? She didn't share anything. She asked the question to Liz, though, about whether she wrote it all crazy, too. Something about, I love you, but is the rumor true?
No, it was Alicia.
Oh, okay.
Because,
wait a minute.
Because Liz was pissed at Alicia for asking that question.
It was
about
Alicia.
are the rumors true or blah blah. And she was like, what rumors? She was like, that you were having an affair. And that's when Liz was like, you grew up with me and Dino. Yeah. You know our relationship. Like, why? And I'll tell you right now, Liz, love her. Probably like my favorite. I would not want to be on her bad side.
I have that same feeling, Joey. I do. I mean, and maybe because she reminds me of Dolores, and I don't want to see Patterson Dolores come out.
Patterson Dolores.
But I get the same sense. I do. But you could kind of look at her like she was hurt.
Yeah, she was. And I mean, she explained their friendship, I think, as best as she could. And she even, it wasn't like her husband doesn't know who Dino is. It's like her childhood friend or whatever. So yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I thought that was Lil Brown.
But they kind of do come open about that they've both had indiscretions in the past. Mm-hmm. So I mean, again, this group is really
right.
Something.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we end. We got more coming up in episode 3, which I cannot wait to see. I think was just a great 2 episodes, a great introduction. I am looking forward to the season.
Yeah.
You guys slide in the comments. Let us know what you thought about Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Who's your favorite? Who you not feeling? Just let us know. Slide in the comments. So, Joey, that brings us to Ladies of London. Again, I enjoyed this one because it truly made me laugh out loud.
They're insane, all of them. I've established every last one of them is just insane.
They are, but Margot is becoming my fast favorite. Oh my God, her impression of Mark. Joey, I was done at My Fair Lady party when he was acting, and it was a little much. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's such a fool. It's so embarrassing, and I hate this thing when people talk about how prim and proper they are, and then you come into an event and you act a complete fool. That's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. And he did. He looked like the man in the yellow hat with Curious George.
He did. It was just not giving what he wanted to give. It was so off-putting, and I was just like, ugh. And it's giving bag holder for Emma. It's giving that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Same.
But you know what's odd is I know that Kimmy's the villain. I don't dislike her. I don't hate her. I still find her fascinating.
I find her fascinating, but she's starting to tear my nerves up a little bit with the whole. I just feel like she's going at Margot a little hard.
Well, it just seems very calculated for a TV moment.
Right.
like I still like I don't understand. So like people can run to you with stuff, Kimmy, but no one's allowed to run to Missy and tell her what you're saying behind her back. I just like I don't like that either. But I mean, let me tell you, Kimmy, when she feels some type of way, she gonna stand on it.
She gonna stand on it. And I was really surprised by Martha in this episode. It was good.
Martha has my heart. Let me tell you right now.
She's my favorite. To be quite honest,
my favorite by far.
By far, everything. I love her candor, her humor, her eccentricness, all of it. Yep. Love it. Well, guys, we're going to do a quick recap because we've given you pretty much more of the Real Housewives of Rhode Island this time. And so basically what we got, Micah, she does bring Emma a little care package, which was sweet. She's going to do her charity run in Africa. This woman does it all, y'all. Good Lord.
Where does she have? She must have extra hours in like her day that we like don't have, because I don't understand it. And how is she always so like collected?
I was about to say, it looks flawless doing it. It's unbelievable. Yeah. I don't know. It's fascinating to look at. Yeah, I'd like her to write a book. But she does let us know that her health scare, that actually she had an incorrect reading on her scan. I thought, wow. I know. So it's glad to hear that. But of course, that makes her, want to, and it would me as well, take care of myself, live my life to the fullest. They're going to have to check it every year. It's not something that's going to go away, but something that they can keep an eye on. So there's that. I love the scene with Martha and Margot when they bring in like the pet psychic to interpret, how do you say it? Hecate?
I don't know. That bird, I mean, put it in a cage. What is happening?
Oh, if that bird was eating snacks that you were trying to serve me, ma'am.
And like, is it just like flying around the house pooping, you think?
It has to be, because that's what birds do. I just think, I know, it's giving, that's what I said, her eccentricness.
I mean, I get a crazy cat lady, but a crazy bird lady, I can't handle that.
Because you can't control that. And that just, no. I mean,
but it is like an actual pet. I mean, it comes when she calls it.
I was going to say, it's a smart bird. So she may have trained it to go in something, but birds usually, I don't know. But yeah, I have to look up magpies. I'm interested. But yeah, so, and the psychic says, which is what I think, she runs her. She's her boss. Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, she does what she wants. Free run of the house, eating up their snacks. It's whatever, So, but apparently she has no ill will or bad. She's just being funny, whatever. And she brings Margot, because Margot was like, she's a little, the bird's up to something. But she's like, okay, she brings her a little treat and gives her a gift and leaves it on her shoulder. Okay, so Hecate and Margot have squashed their beef. And I don't know why it makes me laugh when I see Micah and her mini manners, but I don't know. It's just so corny. I'm like, girlfriend, it's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
It's the way that she's like with the puppets and she's all, it just looks so silly.
But I'm assuming when they're like recording like a Miss Rachel or like back in the day, like a lamb chop, I'm assuming that they all looked batshit crazy. So I mean,
but the kids love it. And I mean, look, she can look crazy all the way to the bank probably. So I mean, maybe I should get some puppets.
Let me tell you.
Okay. All right. Well, Lottie and Josh are at their pregnancy ultrasound, definitely having a boy. And I don't know, but in this look for Josh, I thought I could see more of his face. I don't know. I could see, where he could be, I don't know. I could see how they work as like aesthetically as a couple. I mean, I can see more of his face.
I mean, I'll just like never get over how he looks like a live action Disney cartoon, but like in general, like I like love him too. Like I find him fascinating. I find his success and how he's like, I mean, it's no small feat, the people that he's like designed for. I mean, some like A of the A like listers, and yet he seems like so like down to earth and their like relationship is so cute, and he's like so supportive, and he makes sure he shows up for everything. And I mean, really, I'm here for them. I love them. I love them, even though he looks like a live action Disney character.
He does. He does. She just kind of lets us into the fact that, particularly now, because they're working on their summer collection, this big show they're doing, and he's working a lot designing and getting things right. So she's kind of missing him, kind of helping with her preparing for the baby and things, but it seems like they still have a really good relationship. Then we see Margot's stepsons, which they were cute, and Missy goes to meet them in a park with all her girls out and those boys. That's tacky, though, is it not?
I just feel like dress however you want, like good on you, but like you're going to meet these like, I don't know, like younger kids, like of like your friends, and I mean, I don't know, maybe it was like 110 degrees like that day or something, but like, I mean,
covered up a little bit.
Her girls were out and proud. I mean,
they were. I mean, but
you know what? If that's like her worst trait, though, I'll take it, I guess. But
oh yeah, I like
Missy. My first thought was, oh my god.
I know. And Margot was like, here I've trained my boys to be like, up here, eyes up here, which, they were very respectful. She quickly gave them some money to go get them some ice cream or something. Yeah, so Missy gets a chance to tell her about meeting up with Kimmy again and finding out from Kimmy that not only was it Kimmy that had talked behind her back, but also Mark, who had said there was some woman that basically was telling her that she had known Margot for a while. And then when she spoke to her, when they were back at the garden party, that she was totally acting. She was like a whole different person, which to me, I would be like, who cares? But okay.
Yeah. And
that made her mad. And then on the flip side, she tells Missy, well, okay, you want to talk behind my back and talk about rumors. She says that, she heard that he was a bag holder for Emma, meaning, he is like follows her around for social relevance because word on the street is he's disowned by his family. And Missy was just like, ooh, yeah, no. They have, Martha decides she's going to have a My Fair Lady party, which I thought was so cool. That was so cool. Some people did not get the assignment, however.
Mark being one of them.
Margot being one of them, big time. And Mark being definitely one of them, but he did it on purpose. Kimmy got it down pat, though. Now I love the way she does. She pulls herself together. Like I said, she is extremely interesting.
Yeah.
I just want her to get off of the Margot. It just is so like played. It's like, girl, she did it because she was trying to be a friend to Misty. And if you can't understand that with the loyalty that you expect from Martha, then
right. And like if she drags this on like a whole season, I'm gonna like lose like my mind.
Me too.
We ain't got time for that.
We do not. When they all get the garden party and Kimmy shows up, I mean, Margot takes a beeline away from Martha,
which was the wrong move. I hated it. I literally cringed. I was like, oh, Margot, this was like your moment just to greet her. Hello, how are you? How hard is that you walked away? Now you're looking like the a-hole.
Yep, I know. I think she had just like amped herself up. She was just so pissed. And then, it got no better when Mark shows up and she's literally over there seething. I thought it was hilarious when Mark shows up with like a safari looking yellow coat. Even he admits in confession, he was just not even going to try to do the whole My Fair Lady theme. Not at all. He does this in support of Emma's, her run is to support the conservatory or whatever. They put the whole safari thing, protect the animals, protect the wildlife, all that in Africa. And so he comes like that. And so they are making a spectacle of themselves, being loud and obnoxious and
ridiculous.
Yes, and Margot's like, they're over there like some clowns, and you see Micah trying to be like, oh, I don't want to get in this. But the funniest part, y'all, is when he calls Emma while she's trying to get ready for her race, and just because he can, and she answers, and they're all like fawning over how she looks beautiful and all of that, and Marga's over there like, look at those clowns, and then she was like, I'm on the phone with my best friend. She's like, look at me, I'm on the phone with my best friend. It was so, y'all, I audibly laughed out loud. That was funny to me. So they're like, you should probably go, talk to Kimmy and Mark or whatever. And they're like, she was like, they haven't come up and said anything to me. But she does make her way over to Mark, and they do talk. And he is very condescending to her when she tries to bring up what she was told that he said. Oh, what did you hear that I said? Oh, something about your fashion. Oh, it's just that one little crushed velvet jumpsuit. And she was just like, that's not it. Oh, what else? And he was like, I'm sorry, I've repeated what I've heard. And so at any rate, by this point, Kimmy comes over to join in. That I didn't love.
No.
And the fact that Kimmy had been not Kimmy, Martha had been adamant that both of them should play nice at her party. That was her desire. Right. She did not like being put in the middle. And she had other guests outside of their friend group that were there.
Right.
And so to make a long scene make sense, basically Martha went at Kimmy for her behavior, calls her a psychotic bitch.
She sure did.
Yes. Everyone was so shocked because that's the side of Martha that a lot of them had never seen before. So thoughts on that, Joey?
I mean, I could have given Martha a standing ovation in my living room. I mean, it's what needs to be said. I think that the way that Kimmy's acting is insane. And again, we're in what episode, who knows what of this show.
6.
And
6.
Right. And she has dragged this crap on. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is so elementary. It's so ridiculous. It is. Girl, apologize for talking about this woman's dead brother. What are you doing?
Right.
I love that Martha, she a real one. She really stuck up for her friend. She did. And I mean, made it very loud and very publicly known what side she's on. And I loved it. And she was like, Kimmy, I love you, but you are a psychotic bitch. And the way you're acting is ridiculous.
Exactly. And that is a real one. And what I found very funny as the show kind of concludes, Kimmy reduces herself now for her next manipulative task and starts to cry, y'all.
Yeah.
Saying that she feels backstabbed by Martha. And I'm thinking,
the victim. Get out of here.
I know. I was like, okay, that's textbook right there.
Yep. Don't start something you can't finish, babe.
Exactly, because you got that. You barked and she barked back.
Yep, sure did.
Yeah, so it kind of ends where Martha's, aghast that she made her cry because it's not something she does, and they go into console moment. But I'm with you, Joey. If they drag this into episode 7, which they probably are a little bit, but I hope we get some resolve there. And I don't know how many more episodes we're going to get. If they're probably going to get more than 9 at this point. If not, it's not going to make a whole lot of sense, but we'll see.
If they get more episodes than my Shaws, let me tell you.
I know. I agree. You won't be the only one. I'm right there with you. So, all right, guys. Well, now we're going to shift to just thoughts on Real Housewives of Atlanta. What was your thoughts, season 17?
I mean, honestly, I thought it was a really good premiere, considering that show's been on life support for the past few seasons, in my opinion. I mean, again, I wish that they had done a little more introductions, because I didn't watch Love and Hip Hop. I don't really know who K Michelle is that. I don't know who the new, or I should say the new girls in general are.
Yeah.
From what I know, I mean, I think this is gonna work. People are
Yes.
very excited about it. You know,
Mhm.
I'm here for it. I'm not going to stop watching Atlanta after 16 seasons. I mean, too
Right.
invested now.
Right.
I I'm a big Drew fan, which I have learned is not that popular of an opinion.
No.
I am just so tired though of like season after season after season of the pylon on Drew. I don't understand it. I feel like there are people that do like way shadier things than Drew.
Thank
I
you.
maybe you feel like a different type of way.
Yeah,
I am
see
just
that.
really happy that she's back. I don't know, the Drew hate. I don't get it. Maybe you can help me see it.
Drew she's annoying. But in all honesty, she's just an easy target for them. You know, at first it was the whole newbie thing, and then it was she stirs the pot and she will call things out, and then of course she becomes enemy number one. Um, just like her asking Shamia where her husband was. I mean, however, now let me say this, and this is unpopular opinion, and maybe for some people not. I don't know about y'all, but Shamia is getting on my nerves. Um,
I don't think that's that unpopular.
I don't either. She's doing way too much. Her confessionals to me are like these exaggerated comedy, routines. Look, girl, and you're not even about that life, because if you were, then you would have brought that, and talked to Portia instead. You always like diminish when Portia's in the scene. And so if you were doing all of that on the phone, then why y'all couldn't talk about it when y'all saw each other at the party? Or I hope we will see it. They claim that it shifts and we will see more of that in Shamia. I hope so. But just in general, I don't like all of the buffoonery. I think it's a lot for nothing. I mean, we don't need all that. I'd like to just see your life. It is interesting. The fake BFF stuff with Kelly, that was silly to me. You've known Portia longer, and they were friends because they came on the show together. But you remember when she wanted to do the alliance, and that didn't bode well for her at the reunion. She failed the reunion horribly. So I hope she
Yeah, she
takes
did.
this next chance and she becomes more real and stops with the antics. It just comes across as fake and just overly, you're funny naturally. You don't have to try that hard, is what I feel. But
I know, and I have to be honest though, I miss Kenya.
oh, I don't. I do not. Nope.
Trust me, I know that is an unpopular opinion too.
Yeah.
I love Kenya.
No. I have the biggest disdain. I just find her to just be a mean girl. A deflector. I just nasty. I mean, relentlessly nasty. She's right up there with Giselle to me. Yeah.
I just felt like she like made the show somewhat interesting, and I just like I miss her.
Back in the day when you had Nene Leakes on there that could put her in her place, but it just you got the other girls. It just didn't go together. It looked silly for her and Britt to have the beef they had last. These women are so much younger than her, and it just. I'm over her and her villainous days. I think her time has just passed. She went too far, and I don't want to see her on my screen, but we will see. We will see. To your point about the new ladies, K. Michelle, first of all, people, Love and Hip Hop was where she, I guess, became the most popular. She is known to have had beef with some of the more popular women of Atlanta, like your the backstory is Toya Wright. I think, or no, her last name is Toya Wright something. Anyway, she used to be married to Lil Wayne, and she is the mother of his oldest child. And she married K. Michelle's ex, who is Memphis or Myth Hits, who's a producer out of Memphis, where K. Michelle is from. K. Michelle alleges that when they were together, that he beat her profusely, horribly, domestically abused her. And so, because a lot of ladies that were on the show, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they were friends with Toya, they said she was lying. And so she had major beef with all of these ladies, known to be really good for TV, though. Some really shady moments. Will fight back. So she wants to change that image, but I know it's still in there.
Because she was very reserved at the dinner
Mhm.
in the episode. Very reserved compared to like the reputation that perceives her.
Well, yes, because of the buzz. And if you notice in the scene with Portia, she got upset saying, you know, these women basically ran me out of Atlanta. That's not who I am. And she was also on Queen's Court.
Yeah, she mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you saw a softer side of her there too. She was pointed out as the villain on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because it seemed like she was coming for some of the fan favorites. That's because she was genuinely hurt that the ladies did not believe her. You know, she thinks women should believe women. I do too. I mean, as long as, you know, but it was because they were such good friends with his then wife. Also, she was very popular R&B singer, not real. I mean, she had some hits though. So, and that's what makes me mad about Drew. Now, Drew, you do know who she is. I did not like that. If you listen to R&B, you do know who K. Michelle is. She's not had
Drew is messy as hell, but I like her.
She gets on my nerves, but that's a me thing. I don't know as much about Pinky Cole other than she's the owner of Slutty Vegan. And I have like watched her on many interviews. It's a very popular vegan restaurant in Atlanta. I'm sure there are other locations. Then I was hearing rumors that she was having financial problems and they were shutting down.
Don't worry, I'm sure somebody will dig those up this season.
Oh, it's already happening. So yeah, and I felt like they did her dirty because you didn't really get anything out of Pinky other than her showing up.
At first I was like, who is this?
I know. I know. She's got a whole husband. I mean, a successful business. Both her and her husband both have very successful businesses in the food industry. And you didn't even really introduce us. You know,
no,
it was just
they just like started like talking. And I was like, who are these people?
Exactly. K. Michelle just married this dentist, which was news to me. So I'm interested to hear more about that. Apparently they've known each other their whole lives and connected and are man and wife. That's cool. Never knew that until the show. Like I said, I don't enjoy what I saw of Shamia, but she has time to redeem herself. Portia, only thing I will say, she looks good.
She looks good, but already the social media is stirring that man of hers is for hire.
Oh, he was. I recognized him. No, honestly, Joey, I recognized him when I saw. I was like, he was on.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I watched that whole Ready to Love series, the season he was on, and he's done skits with Country Wayne, who is a comedian that has a very heavy social media presence, and just the way that they were interacting. I didn't.
He just wanted to be on TV.
Absolutely. I mean, the real kicker is who she's with now, the woman. I can't think of her name at the moment. That is true. But that at the beginning, I don't believe that. And you probably won't see him past this episode. I highly doubt it. But
that's sad. He was nice to look at.
Yeah. I mean, when he was Ready to Love, I was like, okay. But nah, he's kind of in it more for just being like Insta famous. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. But I mean, that's a good gig, right?
Yeah. I mean, let me tell you, I'm gay as the day is long, but I'll put my arm around Portia's.
I mean, that's body goals. I will probably never achieve that at this point unless I pay a plastic surgeon a ton of money. But yeah, that's body goals though. Good Lord. I thought it was okay. I mean, I wasn't bored. It didn't make me feel like, oh, here we go again. It's some promise there. K. Michelle is going to be a good addition. Got to learn a little more about Pinky Cole because she didn't get a chance to give us much.
No.
Love Angela Oakley and Charles. You know, it's the old school like Peter. I don't know. Like she would have been so good back in the heyday of Atlanta, don't you think?
Yes. I agree. And she was a slow burn for me. You were like on her side last season. And I was like, I don't know about this. And by the end, I agreed. I like loved her. I thought she was funny. I thought she rolled with the punches. I thought her like low key calm shade was like hilarious. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know. It's just, you know what it is? You know what it honestly is, though? It's like, I don't think Portia can lead this show.
No, she needs somebody else strong. And so
I
far,
hate to say it, and I love Portia. Like, I loved her on Stars on Mars, and I loved her. She was in The Traitors for 5 seconds.
yeah.
But what else did she do besides Stars on Mars? She did something else recently. But anyway, I love her. I just don't think she's here to like lead this show. I really don't.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, they brought her to do that. Then they thought bringing Phaedra back was going to do something. Phaedra gives absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. They should save that salary and, bring Nene back. But even when everybody's saying that, with Portia there, we could see something. But she's not the same Nene that we knew and loved. She's different now, but I still think she, just for the sheer happiness to have her back, I would love to see it.
I would do anything for Nene Leakes back.
Yeah. And I mean, after this season, who knows? Bravo's warming back up to her, so it's always possible. And people would tune in just to see her back. So that the ratings,
100%.
Yeah, because their ratings were still reportedly lower than, of course, they're not going to be like back in the day, but lower compared to, of course, like a Rhode Island or some of the others for a premiere. But I mean, I'm gonna hang in with them. Y'all let us know what you thought. Cynthia looked great. Kelly, she's messy, but she's playing her part.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Shamia does too much, but yeah, Drew, love or hate her, but Drew brings what she needs to bring. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I wish she would get Ralph out of her basement though.
Yeah.
I know.
Ugh, he's so gross.
I know. And her FaceTime boyfriend, that was interesting. Black, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was okay. And I'll definitely be tuning in. You guys let us know what you thought of the premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17. This is a long episode, so I'm going to have to wrap it up. But just real quick, The Valley.
I thought it was great. I am not a Lala and Shorts hater. I know there's like a lot of beef about them coming on like the show. I don't really care. I mean, I don't feel like they're serving these like huge roles either.
No.
I'm just very much over Brittany.
Me too, Joey.
I would like to see her gone. She could take Ozempic Janet with her. I'm just like not. I just like don't care. And I honestly think like if they keep pushing like these people, the show, I mean, is it gonna like really like last? Like they're not interesting. I don't find them interesting at all.
No. And I'm over the dumb hillbilly act. I just want to love everybody. Girl, I can't.
No, girl, you a villain.
Complete villain. You know exactly what you're doing. You're not a good friend to, I can't with her.
But you know what? Over the Valley, though, I have to be honest, what I want to address is Beverly Hills real quick. Because Beverly Hills, for the first time in seasons, had a great episode.
Yes, they did.
We got back the Erica Jane that we have all been missing. Yes. Even though I'm like a little mad at her because I feel like she's a little bit falling for like the Kyle propaganda. And everyone knows that I like love like Dorit. But their fight, argument, whatever, guns blazing at dinner was exactly what we needed to like wake up like Beverly Hills, because it felt like old school Beverly Hills. I just loved it. I think that there are two like strong women that like, I'm surprised that like Erica's like not more supportive of Dorit and she's falling for Kyle's whatever, but maybe Erica realized, wow, Kyle is the producer of the show and I better get on board with her, because she apparently has some power here. No one knows why. I don't know. I just like loved it. This is like the fire I'm talking about. The fire I am talking about.
Loved it. Loved every minute of it. Dorit was hanging in there with her. I was like, whoa.
She sure was.
I thought she would back down because when Erica gets that look and that venom, I mean, she's intense. But Dorit was like, I got it. They went toe to toe, y'all. It was very good. I didn't like that it went down that way either because I felt like Erica jumped in there when that was really Kyle's fight. But I also sense that Erica has been quiet, and it really are things that are getting on her nerves now, and she just finally popped out.
And I think that the comment Dorit made about like Bose being there more for her than people was like the final straw for Erica, because and the minute she said it, I was like, oh, because like, girl, Erica's been riding with you for seasons now.
Right.
And again, I think that the grouping is that Dorit still groups Erica with Kyle, which is like not fair to Erica. Erica's like her own person, and Erica has been a good friend to like Dorit.
She has.
And I feel like that was like the final straw. But regardless, I don't care, because I will go down fighting defending Dorit.
I mean, I loved it. I loved the both of them. I mean, and you got us something about her and that cigarette. I mean, it's always iconic.
Always.
She walked off with it. I was like, here we go. Yes, ma'am. That is your best prop. Use it. I was here for it. So yeah, you guys let us know what you thought about the last episode of, I can't remember which one they're on now, but Beverly Hills.
I don't know either. That has to be like wrapping up soon, right?
It's got to be. Yeah, they're up there in episodes. And so, yeah, I mean, finally, I wasn't like sleeping through half of it. I was awake.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, always a good time to talk about the good shows. It's like I said to Joey, feast or famine with Bravo. You know, you go through a minute where we're like scrambling for content, and now it's like we have so many to talk about. Let us know in the comments, like, what are your faves? What are you watching? How are you feeling about the new show, Real Housewives of Rhode Island, the new premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta, The Valley, Beverly Hills, as they're coming to finally some fire, and Ladies in London. Let us know. All right. On that note, I will say goodnight. Joey, final words?
I got nothing. We're really just drowning in Bravo shows at the moment, but I'm not mad, because like they're really all pretty good.
They really are. So
I can't wait to see what we got going on this week.
I know, me too. So yeah. So you guys take some time and watch some Bravo and come back and let's talk about it. All right. Good night.
Bye.